Welcome everyone to another episode of the Terrain Studio. I'm your host, Sean Morris. Today in the Terrain Studio, I finally have a video to put up. I know that I've been away for quite some time, and I do apologize for that. My life has been, I could say hectic would be one word. I could describe it with a few others, but I'll choose not to. And that being said, I do appreciate those that are checking out the video. I'm not even sure how many people are even checking for updates on my channel. It's been that long, and I can't blame people. But if you are sticking around and you're, watching this, kudos. Thanks for the. I appreciate the dedication. If you're new to the video, well, welcome. And if you're just returning, then welcome back. I myself basically am returning, and it almost feels like I'm, putting up my first video. It's been so long, but I am doing videos now, and I hope over the next 2 weeks to do some videos as I get rolling with my winter project. Again, I have the most patient customer ever. As you guys know, if you follow my videos before, I had quite a upsetting ordeal with my winter board, and I just had to take a really long break from it. I'd like to have got back to it sooner, but I just didn't have the time, and like I said, I had some stuff that happened, and I won't go into the video. It's not about that, but anyways, things are starting to get back on track a little bit, and I'm going to hopefully get some plans knocked up for the board. I had some ideas and things I wanted to change, so if there's any positive that comes out of that, it lets me kind of, I'll consider that first one a test, and now I'll get back cracking at it. I'll only be around for about another 2 weeks, and then I'm taking my extended summer vacation. So you'll see some videos of stuff. It'll be Flames of War related, actually, as I get ready, head over to Serbia for the ETC, and I have some more tournaments. So I'm going to kind of make it more tournament and Flames of War coverage as opposed to terrain. And then when I get back in August, it's going to be end of August, I'll be right back into a winter project, and I'm hoping to knock that out by Christmas, and I think that's fitting as the winter season rolls in. So it'll be pure terrain, and I have a few less distractions for the next school year, so hopefully that'll mean more terrain time. So that was a long preamble, but I think you kind of deserve to know, so what was going on previous and where I've been for the videos. So my bad, but I'll try to get some more content up for you guys that are willing to stick around and watch some videos. That being said, I think I left you off before talking about the project that Dread and I were doing. He's long done his part, and I'm slow because that's what I do. And we are now ready to kind of bring this stuff together. Previously, the plan was to send me the Blood Bowl Stadium over my end, but due to the sheer size and shipping complications, it just wasn't feasible. It wasn't going to be practical for the customer to pay the added expense, basically just to ship me something for me to do some work on it. So Dread's going to take over and do that portion. I'm still doing the field. That was still my responsibility, and that I'm holding true to. So that's going to be what I'm going to show you today. And then in a few weeks' time, I'm not sure what the shipping time is going to be, but Dread should have that in studio, and then he'll spend whatever amount of time he requires to sort of finish it up, and he'll bring it all together. So you'll get the videos on his end. They'll be much better quality than mine anyway, so it's a bonus for you that you get the videos on his end. So let's have a look and sort of talk about the project. So Blood Bowl, if you're not familiar, of which I was completely not. So this is basically the surface that I was given. This was the photo, the prototype, basically, and this is the actual Blood Bowl surface. And I'm not going to presume to talk about this in any way that resembles any intelligence or knowledge of the game, but basically I was just tasked with making something that looked similar or, resembled this in some way. So, basically the customer wanted the pattern in here, the dots, or I guess he used X's here. The end zones, and wanted some sort of area that resembled, usage of the field. So on the Blood Bowl table, they got kind of these areas that are mucked up at the end. I assume, the line of scrimmage type thing. For football, I am familiar with. So, you do have high traffic here. Typically, you'd have a lot of traffic down the center of the field. Obviously, the line of scrimmage here at the center would be fairly torn up. In this case, they did it with a graphic, so I'm not really sure. It's kind of unhindered, so I wasn't quite happy. I didn't want a graphic on the surface I was doing just because I want to make it more generic, I guess. And then there's the bits of debris around. You got like a boot and some skulls and some other stuff, so it kind of looks sort of war-torn. But obviously it's two-dimensional and it's not 3D. So with the stadium that Dread built, and if you haven't seen it, you can check it out and you'll see it soon. It's fabulous. I wanted to make something that was going to sort of set that off or complement that. So again, I went with what I know about terrain, and I used the skills that I had, and hopefully what I came up with is not going to hinder the game in any way. I'm not really sure how the game plays, but I try to make something that was going to be suitable and looked cool, or what I thought looked cool. And I guess you guys are the ultimate judges, so let's have a look at it, and I'll sort of talk you through it and walk you through it and tell you what I did with the surface. So here's what I came up with here. Again, it's very similar in size. I'll just kind of zoom you in here. So what I did is I did a dot pattern just with a subtle brown. So as you can see, it's like 4, and then it's, I'm not sure, 6 or 7 across here, and then 4. I think it ends up being maybe 15 across, something like that. Whatever the actual board is, that's what I did here. You got the checkered line here, so I did that. I just made it a little more predominant just because I wanted the white lines of the field. I painted in the end zones, so you can see I just went over the grass to kind of give it that chalk look, which I think is what you should have on a football field. Again, nothing at the center, but in my rendition here, I had very much tore up line of scrimmage, and then quite a bit of movement patterns down the center, and then I extended the end zones much like the original board there. So I did a combination of a lot of things here. So obviously I'm just going to step back a little bit, let the color sort of refocus. That's more true color. So as you can see, I did the striped look with the grass just to kind of indicate the mow lines, or what you typically see on like a soccer pitch, or and American football fields as well. So I just did that with 2 tones of grass. I started with a base color, and then I toned it down by adding in some more darks and some reds. So it kind of gives it that nice look. I really like that look. It kind of sets off the field.